Hey everyone, Morgan and husband here. He's making another appearance. Yay! So today he's going to be talking about some common household tools that everyone should have. These are tools that don't rely on batteries or anything, manual tools that would help repair things around the house, things like that. So I think even if you have an apartment, everyone should have a little toolkit, even if you rely on your landlord or something, you should know how to do some. Basic things around the house. So anyway, here's gonna talk about it.
So here we have an assortment of different tools. This is by no means a comprehensive list of tools that we have. This is just some stuff that I grabbed and put together to give a good overall example of some basic things. We're going to start over here. I've got a basic socket set. We have socket sets in both metric and standard. They're good for tightening and loosening nuts and bolts, things like that you might run across. Same with wrenches. A good basic wrench set, both standard and metric. Sometimes you can get to a spot with a socket. Sometimes you can't. You need a wrench. So it's good to have those two different things. Moving on, it's always good to have your pliers, your needle nose pliers, maybe some wire cutters. Sometimes you need to cut some wires. Some larger pliers. These are actually called channel locks. They open up really good. They're good for pipes and all kinds of larger things. Multiple sizes of screwdrivers is always a good idea. We've got flat tips and Phillips in a couple different sizes, for bigger screws, smaller screws, things like that. And then, of course, we've got your hammers. This is just a standard claw hammer where you can use it to remove nails or nail stuff in. Going a little bit further, this might be something a little more specialty, but heavier hammers or different hammers for different purposes. We usually use this hammer for we've had to rip open to the drywall for things, or even pounding stuff into the ground out in the backyard. We use heavier hammer. We've got tape. There's all different kinds of sizes of tape. This is just one of the small ones that we have laying around that I'm using as an example. A pipe wrench, good for pipes, for your plumbing stuff. And then a couple other things. We've got a tape measure, invaluable for measuring everything in the house. If you need to install something, if you need to buy something for a window, you need to measure it, things like that. And then a handsaw. Handsaw comes in really handy for cutting things when you don't have power. Yeah. So something else to consider is keeping screws and nails around the house. We have some. We keep some nails around in case we need to hammer anything in real fast. We also have some screws, various different sizes. These are little drywall screws. Over here we've got some longer wood screws. Typically on a day-to-day, maybe a fence board comes loose or something and I got to screw it back in, so I use those. I also use I've got a set of drills that I use for screwing stuff in, but keep in mind that things like any kind of power tool, drills, things like that, they use electricity and batteries. So if your batteries run out, the power's out in your house, what are you going to do? You should have some sort of alternative way of doing things. So be prepared to do it manually. If there's zombies around, there's great tools to have, like this glow-in-the-dark crowbar or one of these crazy hammers.
So there are numerous tools and things that you can have around your house, but these are just some basic things. If you have something specialty around your house that you have a specialty tool for, obviously you're going to have that. There's just so many different things that you can have. But when we're thinking about tools around the house, you want to try to think as manual as possible. But, like drills do have their place. I mean, it's not like you could never use them. You can at least use them in the beginning or something, and if you have some way to charge the batteries with alternative energy, that would work too. So, just things to think about, right?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. Thank you all so much for watching. Conquer Tomorrow, Preparing Today. Talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.